Hello everybody, welcome back to episode 8 of ZonaCraft. My name is Zona, and in the background today we are building a cactus farm to get XP. In the last episode I designed a few furnace XP setups to give the exact amount you need to mend a pick or your tool. So after we take a look at that, we will be making an automatic potion brewing setup. So we will have any potion we need at our disposal. And to finish up the episode, we are going to be building a huge ice farm. Honestly, ice farm that's way too big for what we need, but it does look pretty cool. And we will also be building a kind of castle around that ice farm. But first, if you don't know, I'm naming my first 100 subscribers in my world at my trading hall. So if you would like to be named in the trading hall, subscribe and comment down below and I will add you to that if you are the first 100. And speaking of the trading hall, let's head over there and name our new subscribers. What is this? What is this? Why can't help? Someone help me. Why I just... Hello? And for today's episode, we have Croco and the Duck. Thank you for subscribing and commenting down below. Also, just want to say a huge thanks to Minecraft Hub for featuring me in their video. That was super awesome. Definitely was not expecting that. So again, thank you for that. But let's get into today's video. Alright, so I officially have the cactus farm down there hooked up to our furnace setup, and I've put some coal in there. I've put a shulker box full of coal in each setup. I think eventually I'll switch over to bamboo, just I didn't want to build that farm first before I tested this. But I think I'm ready to AFK overnight, if I'm not mistaken. This one's already running, if you take a look in here. Already has a half a stack, that's crazy. Comes in pretty quick, wow, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna AFK overnight and see how far down we get. I'm thinking we should be able to get to here, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong on that. Oh, we should definitely, if we already have a stack. Almost, yeah. Yeah, I will meet you after we are done AFKing. Hopefully everything goes well. Alright, so we have AFK'd overnight. We're ready to check everything out. And that's the wrong level. I always do that. A couple things to note. Looks like a few of them messed up, it looks like. But really, I noticed that we are limited by the hopper or the furnace speed. The cactus farm will produce enough to get enough XP in about 45 minutes if I've done math correctly. But due to the furnace speed, it's gonna take 3.5 hours, I believe it was, to actually get to that point. Which I think is fine. Let me take a look at what's going on with a couple of these real quick. It looks like 3 plus 4 did not trigger. Of course. What else is new? So that got almost nothing done. Nice. So we do have cactus piling up at the end here. That's not preferable. But I think a simple solution would be to just either add more furnaces somewhere else or just remove a module or two. So we can keep up with the farm itself. And we can have these bigger furnaces store up with a bulk amount of XP. Which will be nice when I die and I don't have to AFK again overnight to get a lot of levels if I need them. But then we need to check these back here, of course. What else is new? Thankfully, I just found out in the new 1.18.2 update that glow squid need complete darkness to spawn now. So that's gonna fix all of those issues, it seems like. But yeah, this seems to be working, so I think next thing we need to do is actually test it out. So we'll do this first module right here. So this pick should definitely be healed all the way from this because this farm's accounting for netherite. So netherite has about 500 more durability. So we're going to see if we can do both of these at the same time, hopefully. So what's cool now I think about it is when I hit this lever, there's going to be cactus automatically coming in here. Or hold on, will it? No. Okay. So we still have to grab it because I know there's cactus in the furnace above. But since we're locking the furnace, it's not going to allow us to. I was thinking that would be kind of cool thing that I didn't think about, but it's not quite going to work. So let's throw that in there and then we'll take it out and we'll see if everything gets healed. Ooh. Oh, okay, there's a little delay there. But yeah, it worked. Awesome. I can't believe this works. I'm so happy about that. And also I've decided overnight, while I was AFKing, I don't think I'm gonna hook this up to a bamboo farm. I think rather I'm just gonna keep track manually of how much coal is in these shulker boxes up here. If we take a look now, so to get one of these modules all the way filled, you need about 2.5 pieces of coal, I believe, or 2.5 stacks of coal. So I think what I'm gonna do Obviously there's going to be some hoppers. I think there's about 25. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, there's 20 spaces for hoppers. If we take a look in here, plus the furnace, so that's 21, 22, 23, 24. So yeah, that's about 2.5 stacks that were used. I might just add some type of comparator reading the shulkers here and a light up above. So yeah, I think we'll just add a comparator to those shulkers, and once it turns off, it'll turn a light on here, and that's how we'll know a module needs coal. Because theoretically, I don't think I'm going to be using these super often. The ones that we would have to worry about probably are these right here. Because once all of these fill up, then these start to get backed up, or these start to run all the way. So those would be the more likely to run out, and really it's not an issue if they run out. And really, if we don't want to do more than 3, then we can start to either just destroy the cactus or make a bone mill. I'd probably just destroy it just because we have the bone mill farm again. So I suppose we could heal some other stuff up. Let me see what else needs healed real quick. Alright, so perfect. This is going to be the perfect test right here. This is what I made it for. So this pick is just about as dead as it can be. Obviously not quite. There's still 76 durability. But if I take everything off that has mending and I go in here, that should be, yeah. Okay, so we're going to take this one right here. Wait, no. We're going to take this one right here. Turn it off. We're going to throw our cactus in there. And awesome. This is so cool. I'm so happy with this. And let me make sure we turn that off or on. I don't know. I guess that would be on technically. We're turning the module back on, but we're turning the lever off. Which is a little confusing in your brain, or in my brain at least. And then we have our next one. So if the lamp's on, we need to do the furnace to the left. That's something I'm realizing I need to pay attention to. By the way, I guess now that I'm looking at it, my skin is so bad. I probably made the skin in maybe middle school, or maybe high school. But as you can see, the sideburns are not doing too good. But if you take a helmet, it doesn't look that bad. Also, I guess I should show you this guy. So I custom made this on some website, and this is my name is actually. Can you see it in 3D? No. Right. But my I didn't know I did that. So my character name is actually Shake and Bake from Talladega Nights. So this is supposed to be his racing suit. I think it looks pretty good. Besides the face, the hair could use some love. But yeah, we're gonna pair up our tools. Or our shovel, sweet. So yeah, we repaired our shovel as well. So this is 100% working, and I need to make sure I put that back. So yeah, a couple things I want to add to this farm. So I want to do that light that shows you when the coal has run out or the fuel has run out. And then along with that, I also want to make a noise to it, because I won't always be over here to visually see it, but if I'm in the area, I'll be able to hear it. And when I eventually die, we'll come in here and I'll show you how much XP we get from these furnaces here. And the last thing I actually have to do is get rid of all this green dye. I'm definitely not going to keep that. But yeah, I think this thing is officially done, besides those things I have to do off camera. Okay, I don't know how I didn't know this, but the button you have assigned to your offhand, you can just click it while it's in your inventory here. You can put whatever you want there. I never knew that. I made the alarm. I made it. I'm going to shut it off now. So yeah, one thing I do want to note is I did not realize how much cactus I would be getting from this farm. If I had known it produced this much to where I'm like wasting cactus basically, I probably wouldn't have made it so big. But I think this is like my first ever like big cactus farm I've ever made. Usually I just do like 4 to like 8 cactus, and that usually supplies me for my world for like dyeing purposes. But I've never used cactus for XP besides when we had 0 ticking, now I think about it. But that's a little bit different. Yes, dude. Oh man. Apparently with strength 2, you just one-shot chickens. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure exactly what happened, but I was AFKing. I came back to my computer, it's completely off, and basically what had happened is I think the surge protector gave out, or the outlet. I haven't checked the outlet yet, actually. Basically my world was running at that point. Something in the world messed up. I've done some looking around. So far it's just this chunk right here, but basically it's duplicated a chunk from over here and placed it right here. But yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I was thinking, first thought was I'm gonna have to start a new world, which I was like, oh no. And also I could go back to a backup, but honestly I don't even know the last time I made a backup, which brings a good point of you need to back up your worlds decently often. Like every time I do like a big project now, I'm probably gonna back it up. Like if I had to redo that cactus farm, it'd be fine. But like if this happened over there in my storage system, I'd probably just quit and make a new world, to be honest. But luckily, I don't believe this is gonna be a super hard fix. Thankfully, it's just removing blocks, so we don't have to rebuild anything over here. It didn't delete the chunk over here, or it didn't switch the chunks or anything, which would have been weirder. But yeah, as you can see, the flower farm's in here. Or not the flower farm, the bone mill room's right here. Luckily, I have so much bone mill right now, I don't know when I'll need to run this farm again. Okay, one thing to note is it didn't duplicate items, so that's good. But yeah, again, I think luckily all we have to do is just remove this chunk again, and then we can rebuild everything. I guess one good thing is I think I was actually planning on getting rid of this module to just add... no, what? That's crazy. It got just up to the furnace right here. These two furnaces. So I guess we'll have to wait to get that done again. But yeah, I was planning on getting rid of this module and just putting normal furnaces there. That's crazy. Hopefully there's not some issues I'm not realizing yet. To where we do have to start a new world. I think hopefully this is the extent of the problem. I'm also just tempted to keep this here and just not do anything about it. Doubt I'll do that though. It's just so weird seeing this in my base. But yeah, I guess we're just gonna continue with the rest of the episode, and if anything weird happens, I'll let you know. But I figured I'd show you guys my progress real quick. So we've gotten just enough area, I believe, cleared out here, besides maybe a little bit of this wall right here. And if you come down to the next level, I believe I've gotten all cleared out, and we should be ready to put in the moss farm again whenever I want to do that. And then, as you can see down here, the next level is also cleared out. I'm going to stop there for now and just leave all of this. I won't be collecting any of the cactus, but it still will be running. Maybe I'll go through and just get rid of all the cactus real quick, just so it's just not creating cactus going to nowhere. Alright, so we are back here in our main base, and I do finally want to have a use for this nether wart. I actually plan on doing this in the episode that we made this farm. I just got busy working on other things. But over to the left here, we're going to make an automatic potion brewing setup. So I have room for 12 different potions right now, and I have room down here to expand it in the future. Probably for once we get rabbits to make the leaping potion, and then if they ever add a new potion to the game that I want. But yeah, I think I'm ready to start building this, so I'm gonna get the time lapse started. we've gotten the building part of all this done. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, although not exactly what I planned. It's a little bit different than everywhere else in the base, but for the most part I think that's a good thing. But now I have to go around and gather all of the materials to fill up all of these hoppers, or all the droppers, sorry. And hopefully next time you see me, we'll be able to start this thing and start to get potions. And I finally have a reason for all of this glowstone right here. I got 3 double chests from our emerald farm here. So finally get to put that to use, that's good. I'm actually going to steal the rest of this redstone as well. And another thing we have a lot of now is pufferfish. I did create this world in like 1.14 I believe. So that's when you were able to make AFK fish farms still. I think there's still a way to make them, just not as practical. Yeah, we can finally start using all those. Well, this farm is just getting all the things I don't use very often, which is awesome. So I believe this place is ready to go besides the invisibility and the harming potions down here because they require a little bit extra. So I think the way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to wait for one of the other ones to fill up and just use it for those instead of using water bottles. I think that will work, hopefully. To be honest, I'm not planning on using these very often, especially this one. And probably even this one, to be honest. So I may just not do those for a while. We may save these for later when new potions come out, or the leaping potion when I get the rabbit's foot or whatever it takes for that. But I think we're ready to actually test it. So we're gonna do this one first and just turn it on to see if it's working. I figured this one's the least amount of effort to get ready. Okay, I messed up. So I forgot to put the nether. Okay, it seems to be working fine now. Okay, so I believe everything's working besides the 2 that we talked about earlier. So I'm just gonna run through real quick and check that everything's making the correct thing. This one's no bueno. Okay, so maybe we don't need another word for that. Fire resistance, instant health 2, slow falling, poison 2, regeneration 2, nothing. Night vision and water breathing. Dope. So yeah, I don't think this one actually needs the nether wart then. Yep, I believe that was the problem. So yeah, you don't need weakness, or you don't need nether wart for weakness apparently. But yeah, I believe this place is officially done. So we should have pretty much every potion we need besides harming and invisibility. So whatever day I'm gonna need that, I'll go ahead and just set it up, hopefully. Probably should have built this a lot earlier just because most of the projects I would have needed this for I've already done, I believe. But in case there is a new project I do, it's just helpful to have all this ready to go. And now that we have the potion farm complete, I do want to start to look at the base a little bit here. I do in the next few episodes want to make a push to finish as much as we can, just so we can get this base to as close as done as possible. With that being said, I'm going to leave some areas empty to house future projects for new stuff that might come out with updates and whatnot. And also we'll probably wait on the storage room. I think I've said that before. That's going to go down here. But since we've completed a couple farms here today already, I think we should focus somewhere else a little bit. And one farm I do need that will help us finish this a little bit faster, I believe, is an ice farm. So I think we're going to head over to a cold area, probably near our trading hall, and get an ice farm in there. We'll probably do some type of building around it as well, just to make it look cool. And that's one thing I want to do with anything we build, is kind of make it as cool as I can make it look. Instead of just building the farm there and leaving it like that, I think having a build around it makes it seem a little cooler. So let's head over to the iced area and let's get started on it. Alright, so I've actually gone ahead and built an ice farm. This is by ZonaCraft. So I actually have a change of plans. I actually slept overnight and thought about it, and I think it'd be a lot cooler to design our own. So when you search up on YouTube ice farms, there's a few that come up. I did see one by Etho from his LP world. And it kind of makes a cube of ice, and I think that's really cool. And I think I figured out how to do that in my test world. So I think this is going to be plenty of room right here. So I'm going to tear this out. And then I think we're going to get started on that. Alright, so the old ice farm is out. I've also gathered the resources I need for this new ice farm. I've kind of laid out the main idea of it right here. So we're going to have a 12 by 12 pad right here of observers and pistons with redstone underneath. So we'll have some type of clock back here, reading into these repeaters, which will turn on these pistons right here from the redstone down here. And then on a bit of a delay, there will be some redstone going into these pistons right here. So this piston right here is pushing the ice up to right here. This piston right here is pushing it over. Then this one's going to push it up in a big cube. Yeah, I'm going to start building this farm. not looked in these chests in forever, and I did not know I had this much redstone in here. Alright, so I think it's pretty much done. So yeah, the way this works is this first line's gonna fill up first, then the second line, third line, all the way down. And also I'll clean this area in the back up a little bit as well, probably. Just so it's not as exposed, I suppose. But I think I am actually going to build this 3 more times in the big square. I think that would look really cool. Alright, so this farm is officially done. I've gone ahead and moved the hopper clock down here. It's got about a stack and a half, I believe, exactly, actually. So yeah, every time this block right here goes, every time the redstone block goes in the front here, it triggers. But, oh, there it goes. So yeah, all I had to do to fix all my issues I was having was add a lot of delay up here. Because the farm got so spread out, there was a lot of delay added from extending redstone lines to the bottom, to where I had to match that up here by making it longer than down here. And one weird issue, I'm not really sure why this happens, is randomly when there wasn't enough delay, pistons were getting stuck out here for some reason. There'd just be like 3 or 4 random pistons along this line, from this line right here, just being stuck on. I'm not really sure why that happens, but just adding more delay fixes that. And one thing I like about this is the ice doesn't form on every spot every time, and it doesn't matter for the system. The first way I designed it, I had an observer reading, and if there wasn't an ice block there, it would never trigger the end or the last step of it. But yeah, let's say if the whole farm got filled up to here, but this column right here was missing, the farm would still be able to run until this one got filled, and then it would stop. So theoretically, we should be able to get a completely filled cube every time. If we AFK long enough, like let's say there's a couple blocks missing, I'll probably just destroy it then at that point. But yeah, I think we're ready to pit a build around this. I've been actually struggling pretty hard on what I want to do here. I think I've settled on the design. We'll see how I implement it, see if it ends up being good or not. Of course, once we get it done, let me know what you think of it down in the comments. But yeah, I think I'm ready to get started on it. entrance to the ice farm is completed. Let me know what you think. It's definitely a little weird looking, I think, but I think it works in a weird way. I do like how the roof kind of matches the bottom there. But yeah, again, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Yeah, this thing is filling up, so in the next episode, hopefully we can show me harvesting it. But that's gonna do it for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, consider liking and subscribing if you want to follow along for more. And I will see you in the next one.